Afternoon YouTube, hope everyone's good. So I'm going to put a link to a video on the description box. The channel is Candid with Lubna. Now, as some people will be aware, I've been pushing that channel for several months and whatever. Very smart, brave lady or whatever from the Muslim community. Now, the video that she's done as of late or whatever is to basically say that she'll stop calling the bad aspects out in Islam, the bad apples, due to the death threats, due to it looks by the looks of it, she's been located, doxed, etc. Now, Lubna is a single mum with a couple of kids or whatever. Very smart lady. I mean, she's come away from a fucking 6-figure salary to do a YouTube channel. Now, when people are saying, oh, grifting, blah, fucking blah, it seems to only be one way that they're asked about the grifting. Never seems to be when it's to suit their narrative, is it? Now, like I say, if Lubna's come away from a perfectly good job with a 6-figure salary, she didn't really need the money. She would have been much better, much safer, just carrying on and working and whatever. She's obviously felt passionate enough to do what she's done, which is build a channel, have open, honest discussions with people from all over the world, all different communities, Muslims, Hindus, Sikhs, Christians, you name it, Jewish people, you name it. Lubna has had them on the channel and give everybody the same treatment, if you like, or whatever. She's been very fair, been very open across the board, and she's a very passionate woman. Now, there has been death threats along the way and whatever, and we've heard certain people that we're all aware of that are out to get her after she fucking destroyed Jordan M, after Jordan M decided to try and use Candid with Lubna's channel for clout, as have other Muslim channels or whatever, to try and shit on her basically for speaking out against the bad apples. Now, you've had people say, oh, she's against the religion, she's against whatever, she's racist, she's this, she's that, she's the other. She's nothing of the sort, nothing of the kind. What it seems to be is the people that are bad apples, that we can all see are bad apples, are the ones that have actually got an issue with her. The ones that have not got an issue with her have been on her channel for months, probably been on the panel, etc. And do you know what I mean? Get something from it or whatever. There's a lot of people, especially in this country. We've got nearly 200 types of people in this country, and not everybody's happy with the shit that's going on. Not everyone's happy with the grooming gangs, not everyone's happy with the fucking terror threats, the terrorism, the terror threats that just keep going up and up and up. Some people from the many types of people that we have in the UK are not happy with that shit and can see it's going to have a negative fucking effect on their children. Now, who wants their children to be growing up in a world where all these things are on the up and nobody is apparently allowed to speak out? If you speak out and you're white, then you're a racist. If you speak out and you're from their community, you're still a racist, which is mad. So it's one of them, innit? Look at the people around, look at the situation, look at the problems, look at the people that are speaking out about certain things and whatever. Are they being fair? The things that they are pointing out, are they being genuine, or does it all seem to be agenda driven and to serve their narrative? Now, as of recent, I'm going to try and not name names. I know I've already named Jordan, but I think that was, to be honest, what has brought on a large wave of the attacks that Lubna's received. Now, no, do you know what? I am going to name names or whatever. Name and shame time, fuck it, is what it is. So, the opposite side of Lubna, you've got people like Rashma. Now, some people have tried giving Rashma an excuse. Oh, well, you know, she's brainwashed, she's basically in a cult, she's been fucking brainwashed into the thinking that children can get married, children can have sex, children can get married to dirty old men or whatever. Rashma herself has said that she knows people in the UK that have been married as children or whatever. I think she even mentioned that her parents was kids when they got married or whatever. So this shit is actually normalised in that community. Now, you cannot like it, but if it's the fact of the matter that these things are going on and it's documented, and it has been documented for fuck knows how long that these things are going on. So when you've got somebody like Lubna that is from that community, that is actually spelt it out perfectly clear across a multitude of videos, that I'm not racist, I'm not against, which would be her own people, her own family, etc. She's not against any of that. She just wants to clean up the situation, because we carry on down this road and where we're heading to, realistically, civil war. Who wants their kids in a majority white country, when your kids are not white, to be in a war situation or whatever, realistically? I think the answer to that would be nobody. Anyone that would want their kids in a war situation or whatever, then you obviously don't deserve children. You shouldn't have children. Now, Lubna has literally said that she is put herself in place or whatever to be a bridge between one set of people and another set of people, because at the end of the day, she can do. She was born here. She was, you know what I mean? She was born here. She's got Pakistan descent, heritage, whatever you want to call it. Her children are born here. They're British, so she's in a good position, considering, you know, she's not just some attention-seeking person on YouTube or whatever, you know, out here for attention or money or whatever. She's out here because she's got real reasons and wants to try and steer it in a different direction and avoid civil conflict, civil war, civil fucking situations which will pull her kids into things and draw a target on their back. Now, by doing so, sadly, she's been targeted. Now, I did say this to her early on in the game. that, you know, you will be targeted. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And basically I hope that you've covered the bases that you can cover. It's a bit hard when you put your name out there and your face out there to avoid these things. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people that are eager to dox people, little shitbags hiding behind fake accounts and whatever, and doing the fucking utmost to find people's families and children and sick shit like that. Now, to me, I don't give a fuck. Anyone that's acting like that, anyone that's operating like that or whatever, in my opinion, I would hang every single one of it. I don't give a fuck if they're black, white, brown, or any other fucking colour of the rainbow. To me, it's savage, fucking vile moves for anybody to work like that. Now, it's nothing new. Everyone's aware of dirty, horrible, fucking vile tactics. They've been around for a while and they'll continue to be around. So for anybody decent wanting to speak out, these are the problems that you're going to encounter. It's a shame that we're in a situation like this. Go on. It's a shame that we're in a situation like this where decent people can't speak out without having the family unit attacked, etc. Now, Lubna's got to up sticks and fucking move, probably unroute her children from school, find them new schools, this, that and the other. Now, to me, I think this is a mad situation where if we're going to carry on down this road, realistically, if that's the tactics at hand, and the police, the agencies around us, whatever, that are put in place to protect people, are failing to do so time and time again, then people are going to give up on speech. People are going to give up on trying to find lawful solution through having open discussions. Now, who do you blame when it does go like that, realistically? I mean, if they really wanted to, fucking hell. If someone had put a foot out of place and said some hurty words on Facebook or whatever that goes against the narrative, then we all know as facts that they would be in prison. There's people sat in prison right now through saying hurty words on Facebook, which turned out to be, they was factually correct. They was told, oh, you're making this up, you're doing this, that and the other, and you're causing racial hate and racial tensions. But the fact of the matter is, they was correct. So we are in a mad predicament now where these things are going to turn really ugly really quick. I think the riots that we got a taste of off the back of the Southport murders is just literally a taste. I think what's going to come, I don't think you're going to be able to stop, to be honest. I think it's going to be an all-out, you'll have to get every fucking bit of armed services that you've got into the country instead of wherever the fuck they fucking are or whatever, and you're going to see military on the streets to try and deal with the problems, which could have been dealt with civilly, could have been dealt with fucking amicably, with honest open discussion to squash and remove the bad apples from any community. Now, as people have seen or whatever, I've got no issue in the world calling out the bad apples in what would be perceived as my community or whatever. No problem at all. For me, by doing that, you encourage the decent people to come forward, and then you end up left with the decent people, and the bad apples have been fucked off aside or whatever, and they get no more fucking no more attention or whatever, which they crave. they've got no way of fucking growing into anything else and making it a bigger problem than it was. But every community is not like that, are they? We've seen it across the board. Some people are quite happy to protect the wrong'uns and facilitate the wrong'uns because it suits their narrative and it goes with their agenda. So yeah, we're in a bad situation. I think it's only going to get worse and worse and worse to the point where it kicks off royally. So yeah, it's a mad situation. Now, like I say, Lubna's tried all sorts, had all awkward conversations and done it really well, you know what I mean? I would go as far as saying Lubna has been the most outstanding person that I've seen for a while come forward and have the real fucking discussions, or whatever, the ones of worth, not these virtue signalling dickheads that there's plenty of, or whatever, or the ones that seem to be just out for a fucking bit of a grift or whatever. Do you know what I mean? You can tell genuine people can spot genuine people, and Lubna is by far a genuine person. Doesn't need to be on YouTube doing this shit. She could have just done things very differently. She could have just stayed silent. It's fucking easy to stay silent. Any fucking weak lip fucking cunt can stay silent, but it takes a lot to speak out. It takes a lot to put your name forward, your face forward, etc. Knowing full well the risks that come with it. I mean, you've had people say, oh, she's not a real Muslim. What, because you say so that she's not a real Muslim? How does that work? It's funny how you've got people that can, from that Muslim community, that can determine who is Muslim and who isn't Muslim depending on whether they like what they're saying or not. It's funny how the ones that commit acts of terrorism and all that, oh, they weren't a real Muslim, blah fucking blah. Well, they've used the Quran as a fucking war manual to do these things. Like when Lee Rigby got attacked and ran over and attempted to cut his head off or whatever. They read out 50 verses from the Quran. So it is from the, I'm not going to say religion because it isn't a religion, it doesn't qualify as a religion. The fact that they can't separate church from state says it is an ideology, and ideologies have zero rights. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to put a link to the channel. I think she's just going to keep the channel, but not speak about Islam or whatever, because you've scared her to death. Basically, you've scared her to death. You put her in fear of her children, for the lives of all of them. You've put her in fear. So well done, the shariafiles. Well done, you musrats that are a shame on everyone in your community or whatever. You've just literally shown everybody what it's about, and Lubna has done nothing but wake people up. And there has been people in the mix, people like Becca did share the link and did tag Ghost and did tag Vela and said, is this racism, is this racist, whatever. And she sort of, I'd say she kind of got shunned a little bit for it or whatever, and then she's had to do a bit of backpedaling in other areas or whatever to be accepted again by the looks of it. So it is a wonky cult, it is a wonky cult. Even when it's people from their own community, they can't handle it. So when it comes down to people like Tommy Robinson or anyone else, they're obviously going to just cry about it. If you can't take it from your own people, who can you take it from? That's going out to the shariafiles, the musrats, the scum from that community. Like I say, do you know what I mean? Well, according to some people like Jupiter or whatever, I've got a Muslim persuasion wife. So, do you know what I mean? There is lots of people in the mix that do understand, have got mixed race families, this, that and the other, and would like some lawful solutions put forward or whatever, at least having the open, honest discussions leading to the fucking lawful solutions. But when we can't do that, and when they're attacked, and when they're fucking having their family endangered or whatever, all you're doing is removing that component. So if you can't talk about it, what do you do? When talk finishes, action starts. I'm not being funny, but you're in a majority white country, and most people from up and down the country, England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, right across Europe, are absolutely sick to the back teeth of all this backwards bullshit that is going on. Sick to the fucking back teeth of the dirty fucking racist rapists that are targeting our children. Sick of having their children blown up, etc., like Manchester Arena, and having the government cover it up. So I don't know what's going to come next, but I can assure you it's going to get worse and worse and worse. I'd say all these invaders coming on in dinghies and whatever, they're here for a purpose. What I would suggest is spend a little less time on YouTube, spend a little bit more time putting some training in and whatever, start getting fit, start getting ready, because at the end of the day, what's coming is coming. It's unavoidable. We can see it is unavoidable. The nice routes of dealing with these things, they just get blocked off and people get fucking targeted. So that's not going to happen. So yeah, prepare for the worst and hope for the best. Right, look after each other, stay safe. I will leave a link. Subscribe to the channel. Push the fucking channel now as much as possible. Get it up there. Whatever she does next, whether she's talking about fucking anything, I couldn't give a shit. Push the channel, get her channel up there, get her the amount of numbers and views that she needs or whatever. You never know, at some point in time she may come back to it or whatever, once she's relocated or whatever. People don't like being silenced. People don't like being fucking had over or whatever. You generally find when people have been able to settle into a different situation and put certain things in place, they'll sometimes come back twice as hard. So yeah, give her a push, give her the fucking numbers that she needs. She deserves it. Right, look after each other, stay safe, catch you on the next one.